Laura Richardson with Relevate. We are Real Estate Elevated, and today I have my friend and colleague, Dr. Sophia Myers. She is actually our favorite local chiropractor, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about her practice, how she got into this industry, maybe even debunk a couple of things that people think about chiropractic, as well as the acupuncture side of their business. They do so much for the community as well as helping our local veterans, so hopefully we'll have time to tap into that. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce Dr. Sophia Myers.
Hi, thank you for having me. This is really great.
We are so excited. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are as a person? And then I'd love to segue into y'all's business and what you do for the community.
Well, I've been in Raleigh for 25 years, and actually I've been practicing for 25 years here. So just to give you a little bit of background about how I got to be a chiropractor. When I was a kid, I used to suffer from migraines, and we thought it was hereditary. My parents had them, my brothers had them, and at 12 years old, I was having migraines as well. And my parents tried everything, every medication you could imagine out there. They were at their wits' end because they weren't working. So finally, they decided to call a chiropractor who happened to be our neighbor. And he said, yeah, bring her in. So they brought me in. He analyzed me, shot an x-ray, and found out that my problem was not hereditary like we thought. It was actually a misaligned vertebrae at the very, very top of the neck. And he made an adjustment, and it was instant. I was in the middle of a migraine, and it stopped the migraine. I mean, no more nauseousness, no more light sensitivity, no more sound sensitivity. It was gone. And I remember when my parents were, because they took me to his clinic, when they were driving me home, I thought to myself, I want to help people like this man has helped me. And that's when I knew I wanted to be a chiropractor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So it's so cool when you have a personal story that can kind of help people understand not only how you got into the industry, but maybe your passion behind what you do.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your practice. So
Sure.
what can clients expect when they walk through the doors for the first time?
So we're a little unique. We have there's two chiropractors. I'm the senior, and I have Dr. Sarah Hayes. She's my associate, and she is pediatric chiropractic certified. Now, what does that mean? It means that she can treat pregnant mommies. I can as well, but she's got the certification.
Yeah.
Pregnant mommies, infants, all kids of all ages. So you might see a baby coming in with tongue tie, or a baby coming in with acid reflux. We can treat all those conditions. We also do acupuncture in clinic. We do needle and non-needle, which is very unique. It's electroacupuncture. It doesn't hurt, so if you're scared of needles, no worries, we've got you covered. But we're family care. We treat everyone from infants all the way up to seniors, athletes, weekend athletes. We treat all conditions. So in chiropractic, if you don't know what chiropractic is, simply put, we're checking for misaligned vertebrae that might be causing pressure on nerves. And we relieve that pressure. That's what we do. But beyond that, by using acupuncture, we are actually treating conditions that the World Health Organization has recognized, hundreds and hundreds of conditions that acupuncture can treat. So there's a good likelihood that we can help. For instance, like yesterday, I saw a patient with a cold sore fever blister, and we treated that with acupuncture, the electroacupuncture. We saw a patient who needed to lose weight. We do a weight loss program that we helped. A lady came in that was given the diagnosis that she's going to have knee replacement surgery, but with treatment, we're actually relieving the pain and staving off that surgery for maybe quite a few years to go. So we're not just, back and neck doctors. It goes beyond that.
Yeah, it's a whole body treatment. So
Absolutely.
I would definitely say that the acupuncture, you probably have a lot of people with preconceived notions in their head.
Yeah.
I know I've gotten to experience it with some sciatic nerve pain, and that was the only thing that helped that. It was a post-pregnancy type thing that I just got as a gift for having a baby, and I know that was very effective. So what types of preconceived notions do people walk in with when it comes to acupuncture? What's their fear?
So most people think it's going to be this long needle and it's going to hurt. And I can tell you that if you're doing traditional needle acupuncture, which we do here in the clinic, it is It's very gentle. In fact, if you feel anything, most people don't, but if you feel anything, it feels like a little mosquito bite that doesn't last. I mean, instantaneous and then it's gone, that pain. And a lot of people liken it to dry needling, if you've ever heard of that phrase. And a lot of physical therapists are doing dry needling. And I want to tell you the difference between what dry needling is and what acupuncture is. So dry needling is a longer needle, and they're finding a trigger point, and they're sticking the needle in the trigger point to alleviate that trigger point. Now, there's a lot of pain. That's part and parcel of dry needling, as opposed to acupuncture. Acupuncture is a series of very specific points that are designed to take care of a problem. So you might come in to see me for tooth pain, and the point that we're using is actually between the second and the third toe. Now you might say, what has that got to do with your teeth, right?
Yeah.
But actually that is the very specific point for tooth pain. And ideally, it's done very very quietly, very gentle. You're not in another room with a lot of other people, and it's I can tell you it's a very relaxing type of treatment, and it's very effective.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So earlier you were talking about the fact that you guys can treat people of all ages. Do you find that some people think that it's only for adults, chiropractic care?
Yeah, so most people think, well, it's and they think again because it's needle. They think you have to be an adult in order to get the needle acupuncture. In our clinic, we do have the non-needle, the electroacupuncture, and it is acupuncture. The acupuncture point actually is stimulated by an electrical charge as opposed to a needle. Now, because we actually have that tool, we can treat infants, and we do very often. We treat infants, we treat children. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of kids that are coming in for ADD and ADHD and who are on the spectrum. So with the use of the chiropractic care, obviously, and electroacupuncture, we're able to help that child focus better. Even their behavioral changes have been affected through the acupuncture. But yeah, we can treat infants
Oh my goodness.
and pregnant mommies too.
There you go. So speaking of families, there are tons of people every day moving to Wake County.
Yes.
And so how can folks get plugged into you guys in a quicker way? Because you think about relocating and having to find new everything from the new school to, I don't know, your local handyman
Yeah.
to then having to find new care. So
Right.
how do you guys help kind of bring them into the fold? Like what's that process look like?
So that's a very good question. And I think personally, the two most challenging things when you move is finding a hairdresser
Yes.
and finding your new doctors. That is always such a big chore. We actually have a program that I think is very helpful for people moving into the area, which is we do a free consultation. Now, let me explain why that's so important, because it allows you to come into our clinic, sit down with one of the doctors, tell us exactly what your particular health challenges are, and then we see, are we going to be a good fit for you? You can make that decision at that point. Or if we're not, we actually help to guide you to find the practitioner that is, whether it's an orthopedist, neurologist, family doctor, whoever it is that you need to see, if we can't help you. So it takes a lot of that pressure off of the people that are moving into the area about finding a new doctor or finding a new chiropractor. So
No, I can imagine that definitely puts folks at ease because
Yeah.
you think about so many different things in life that we get kind of roped into and
Right.
have to commit to a cost before you realize what the dynamic is going to be,
That's
the
right.
relationship. And it's probably as much an interview from them to y'all as y'all to them because you also want to
Absolutely.
make sure it's a good fit for the practice.
Absolutely. And we do, and we say that, our consultations are free because we want to make sure that we can help you, that we are who you need. We might not be, and we don't take every patient. There are patients who we're just not the right fit, and we help guide them to where they need to be in that situation. And I think that how many times have you gone to a new doctor and you realize, I just cannot stand that new doctor. He's been referred. He's in my insurance plan, but I just don't have any confidence in that doctor or whatever it might be. And then you feel locked in. And you're right. We feel like with this process, we take that off the plate.
So sans reload people coming
Yeah.
here and having to figure out the new whatever they're looking for. There's also folks who already live here.
Yes.
So let's think about the perfect patient. So what are some things that I can be hearing and listening for, and that's the perfect person who needs to see someone for chiropractic
Of course, we actually have a very unique weight loss process. It's called the Myers method of weight loss. It is using our electroacupuncture, and we help our patients lose 12 to 35 pounds in 5 weeks. It's very aggressive, but it's very effective. We have an over 80% success rate for our patients to lose 12 to 35.
Wow.
Even those that don't fall within that 80%, they still lose weight. They might not fall within that 12 to 35. Yeah. And it's that would be the perfect individual. And, I know you said people who live here, but especially if you're moving, think about the last thing you think about when you're moving is food, right? Oh, I gotta cook a very healthy meal. And typically people do tend to gain weight whenever you're in the middle of a move, right? Yeah. So once you've moved, perfect time to give us a call. And we're also, we're getting ready to go into summer, and summer is a great time, to show off that great body, right? Well, if you have that extra 10 or 15 from the winter or from COVID, this is the great time to come in and get that. So 5 weeks later, you can actually be in your healthy goal weight. So
no, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So you guys cover families.
We do.
You cover the folks who are looking to lose weight.
We do.
So let's talk about something else that's another niche group that I am just completely impressed with the process and how y'all make this so easy on them. And that's our veterans.
Yes, absolutely.
So North Carolina has one of the highest numbers of active military.
That's right.
So how do you assist them in their chiropractic care or just medical care in general?
So in the past, the veterans could not get chiropractic care. It wasn't part of what the VA offered.
Okay.
But very recently, they've instigated a new program called Community Care. And that will allow veterans to actually come to a chiropractic office to get chiropractic care within the community. You don't have to go to the VA in order to receive that type of care. And there's also the process, speaking to the whole group of veterans and the group of medical care. If you can't find a particular doctor in the VA that can treat you, you can request community care and get it in the location that you live in. And there's a distance issue as well. But speaking specifically for chiropractic, speaking specifically for our clinic, we actually assist patients if they give us a call, we will walk them through how to go about getting a referral, because you do need a medical doctor's referral, and usually it's the VA doctor who will do that referral. But we'll help and guide them along the way, handhold, if you will, so they can actually know the steps that they need to do to take and get it done. But we actually take all that for the veteran. The veteran can come in paying zero copay. They don't have to come in. They can receive care. And it's something that we're very passionate about in my clinic, because it's our way of saying, you know what, these ladies and men, they've served our country. Now it's our turn to help them. So the best way is to give us a call at the office or look at our website, and we'll get the process started for them.
That's so impressive. I think that probably one of the most daunting facets of that is just all the paperwork and knowing where to even begin. And then it's a big undertaking. And the fact that you guys are willing to take the time to handhold, like you said, to kind of walk them through that is just amazing. So thank you for doing that and giving back to them.
We feel very strongly about our veterans.
Well, so in order to get started, guys, Dr. Myers has all of her information in the bottom of this episode, so you can easily reach out to her or Dr. Sarah and get connected. If you are a veteran and you want to connect with them to talk through the community care program, they are here as a resource to you. Or, folks, summer, like she said, is right around the corner. If you're interested in the Myers method of weight loss, which can help you lose, like she said, 12 to 35 pounds, which is pretty significant, getting ready for bathing suit season.
That's right.
Please be sure to connect with them. I am Laura Richardson with Relevate, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode. All right, y'all, thank you for joining us today. Be sure to like, share, and follow us on Instagram as well as YouTube. We're also on Apple Podcasts. Again, I'm Laura Richardson with Relevate.